This chapter we are going to focus on algebraic fractions. So what is an algebraic fraction? Algebraic fractions are just fractions which contain at least one variable or unknown. Algebraic fractions are fractions which contain at least one variable or unknown. Okay. Let's do example 1. If a is equal to 2, b is equal to -3, and c is equal to -5, evaluate the two expressions that you see. The first one, a minus b over c, so we replace the a by 2, the b by -3, and the c by -5. 2 minus minus 3 is 2 plus 3. 2 plus 3 is 5. 5 over -5 is equal to -1. Then b, a minus c minus b over b minus a. Okay, so we replace the a by 2, the c by -5, and the b by -3. That over b, which is -3, minus the a, which is a 2. So we have 2 plus 5 plus 3 over -5. 2 plus 3 plus 5 is 10 over -5 is equal to -2. In part B, we are going to simplify algebraic fractions. And we'll do that step by step. So, the first step, we have to factorize the numerator and the denominator, if it's possible, of course. Factorize the numerator and denominator. If you have common factors, you have to cancel them. So cancel any common factors. And then the last step is simplify the result. Okay, let's do example 2. We have to simplify the expressions here. The first one is a squared over 2a. Well, I have an a in the numerator and an a in the denominator. They cancel out. So to the power of 2 and the a here. And that becomes a over 2. And then b, I have 6a squared b over 3b. 6 over 3, that is a 2. And we have b over b, to cancel out. So we get 2a squared. And then c, I have a plus b over a. Well, I don't have any common factor, and I can't factorize the numerator or the denominator, so we can't simplify this further. So it cannot be simplified. Okay. Example 3. We have to simplify those expressions. So minus 4b to the power of 2 over 2b. So minus 4b to the power of 2, that is minus 4 to the power of 2 times b squared over 2b. Minus 4 to the power of 2 is 16. B squared over 2b. 16 over 2, that is an 8. And then we have b squared over b, that is just equal to b. So the answer here is 8b. And then the second expression that we have there, 18 over 3 times c minus 1. We have an 18 in the numerator, we have a 3 in the denominator. We can simplify that. 18 over 3 is just 6, so the answer here is 6 over c minus 1. And then we go to example 4. Example 4, the first expression, the first fraction, 2x plus 3 times x plus 4 over 5 times 2x plus 3. And I see a common factor in the numerator and the denominator, and they cancel each other. So the answer here is x plus 4 over 5. Because the x plus 4 is left in the numerator and the 5 is left in the denominator. Then the second expression, 12 times x plus 4 to the power of 2 over 3 times x plus 4. I have an x plus 4 in the numerator, I have an x plus 4 in the denominator, they cancel out. And I have a 12 in the numerator and a 3 in the denominator, that becomes a 4. So this becomes 4 times x plus 4. If you want, you can expand that, or you can just leave it like that. Okay. Example 5. So far, we didn't have to factorize the numerator or the denominator. It was already factorized, like in this case. But now we are going to do examples where we have to factorize the numerator or the denominator or both of them. Let's do example 5. We have a fraction 3a plus 9 over 3. So I can simplify the numerator. I have 3a plus 9. I can take the 3 out. Then a plus 3 is left. And I have a 3 in the denominator. The 3's cancel out. So the answer is here equal to a plus 3. And then for b, I have 4a plus 12 over 8. Here I can factorize the numerator. I can take the 4 out. What is left? A plus 3 is left. And I have an 8 in the denominator. 4, I have an 8, this becomes a 2 in the denominator. So then it is a plus 3 over 2. Okay. Let's go to the next example, example 6. AB plus AC over B plus C. I have a common factor in the numerator, the a's, so I can take the a out. B plus C is left. And in the denominator, I have b plus c as well. So the b plus c in the numerator and the b plus c in the denominator, they cancel out. So the answer here is A. And b, 6x squared minus 6xy over 3x minus 3y. Okay, I have common factors in the numerator. I have here 6x squared and minus 6xy. So I can take 6x out. If I take 6x out, x is left from the first term, and minus y is left from the second term. In the denominator, I can take the 3 out, x is left from the first term, and the minus y is left from the second term. Then I have an x minus y in the numerator and the denominator, they cancel out. I have a 6 and a 3 here, that becomes a 2, so that is equal to 2x. Then we go to example 7. 6a minus 6b over b minus a. In the numerator, I can take the 6 out. A minus b is left. In the denominator, I have b minus a, but I would like to write it down in the form, like in the same form as in the numerator, so like a minus b. I can do that if I take a minus sign out. So if I take minus 1 out, for example. If I do that, a minus b cancels out, so it is equal to 6 over negative 1, or just equal to negative 6. b, xy squared minus xy over 1 minus 1. Okay, I can take again something out in the numerator, namely the x times y is left from the first term, and minus 1 is left from the second term. And in the denominator, I have 1 minus y, and in the numerator, I have y minus 1. So the denominator I can write down as minus y minus 1 between brackets. So the y minus 1 cancel out. So I got xy over negative 1, which is equal to minus xy. Okay, let's go to example 8. In example 8a, we have x x squared minus 1 over x squared plus 3x plus 2. Okay? So first of all, we have to factorize the numerator and the denominator. The numerator becomes x minus 1 times x plus 1. Because we know that a squared minus b squared is equal to a minus b times a plus b. Okay? And the denominator, yeah, so we have to factorize that. We can do that, the sum and product rule. So x squared plus 3x plus 2 is equal to. So the sum here, so the sum p plus q should be equal to the 3, and the product should be equal to 2. So I need two numbers. The sum of those two numbers is equal to 3, and the product is equal to 2. Then we can say one of the numbers is equal to 2, and the other number is equal to 1, because 2 times 1 is 2, and 2 plus 1 is 3. So x squared plus 3x plus 2 is also equal to x plus 1 times x plus 2, or x plus 2 times x plus 1. And we see that we have an x plus 1 in the numerator and an x plus 1 in the denominator. They cancel out. So the answer here is equal to x minus 1 over x plus 2. Then e, we have 6x squared plus 10x minus 4 over 18x squared plus 3x minus 3. Okay? So we have to factorize the denominator and also the numerator. I have 6x squared plus 10x minus 4. I can take something out. I can take a 2 out. If I take a 2 out, then 3x squared plus 5x minus 2 is left. And in the denominator, I can take a 3 out, then 6x squared plus x minus 1 is left. Okay? In the numerator, I have 3x squared plus 5x minus 2. I have to split up the middle term. Okay, if I split up the middle term, p plus q is equal to the coefficient of the middle term, and p times q should be equal to a times c, so the 3 times the negative 2. That is equal to negative 6. So I need two numbers. The sum must be equal to 5, and the product must be equal to negative 6. That is the case when one of the numbers is equal to 6 and the other number equal to negative 1. Because 6 plus negative 1 is 5, and 6 times negative 1 is negative 6. So we get here for the numerator that is equal to, so we keep the 2 here, then times x plus 6 times x minus 1. No, 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 that's not what we have to do. We have to split up the middle term, so 2 times between brackets, we have 3x squared, and the 5x we can write down as 6x minus x, and then minus 2. We do the same in the denominator. So we have to split up the middle term. P plus q is equal to 1, and p times q is equal to 6 times negative 1. So that is equal to negative 6. So we need two numbers. The sum must be equal to 1, and the product must be equal to negative 6. That is the case when one of the numbers is equal to 3 and the other one is equal to negative 2. 3 plus negative 2 is 1. 3 times negative 2 is negative 6. So that becomes 3 times, between brackets, 6x squared plus 3x minus 2x minus 1. Okay. In the first two terms, we can take out the 3x. What is left? X plus 2 is left. In the second term here, we can take out a minus 1, and x plus 2 is left as well. In the denominator, first two terms. We can take 3x out. What is left? X, 2x plus 1 is left. And in the second, in the third and the fourth term, we can take a minus sign out, minus 1. 2x plus 1 is left. What do we see? In the numerator, I have an x plus 2 and an x plus 2, so I can take that out. So the numerator becomes 2 times x plus 2. And if I take the x plus 2 out, I have 3x minus 1, which is left. 3x from the first term, the minus 1 from the second term. And in the denominator, I have a 3 here. Here I take 2x plus 1 out. What is left? 3x minus 1 is left. 3x minus 1 cancel out. So it's equal to 2 times x plus 2 over 3 times 2x